What's good with the collective? Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps collective grow, helps collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all know I don't really shoot and drop the video on Fridays, but I'm gonna go ahead and do that, man. I appreciate y'all just to show my appreciation. I know y'all be like, bro, you so consistent. It don't feel like work. Like, it just feels like I'm enjoying myself every step of this moment. So, you know, I love going over new videos. So it's like, why not just hit the camera and bring it to the collective too? So, man, it ain't really work to me. So I see y'all appreciate it when y'all say we consistent and we be coming with 4. This time it's 5. But I'm just doing what I love to do, man. That's all it is. I'm not considering it work. It's just something I love to do. But I appreciate y'all again. If you watch it on your TV or whatever the case is, I appreciate you as well. I hope you're having a smooth 7. Also, I forgot to post the P.O. box address, so y'all can go ahead and send me everything y'all made, things of that nature, and I'll shout y'all out. I forgot. I apologize. I'm gonna put it in the description, and I'll go ahead and tag it. I'll pin it in the comment section as well. And I want to go ahead and say I'll either make a post on my social or I'll do a video separately. We won't be reacting. I'll just go ahead and be showing y'all love based off all the items y'all give. So we'll figure that part out, how I'm going to shout y'all out. But I want to show y'all some love for taking the time out to send me these items and making them. So just to let y'all know. Might be a trigger warning or 2. I hope not. You know what it is, though. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
Y'all remember when Prince warned us about Purple Rain and we all thought it was just a classic song? Well, check this out. This man walks outside after a rainstorm in Denver, Colorado, and boom, he finds purple water on top of his jacuzzi.
And this is the water that's on top of my hot tub.
So that's the water that's accumulated on top of his hot tub. He goes over to the bucket and he shows y'all. You can see it's like a little lilac color, but when he tips it over, you can clearly see it's like this purple lavender color. So how did Prince know? How did Prince know? This is exactly what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So let me ask you a question. Do you think Prince was tapping into something deeper, you know, for making a song like that? Because no one else has made it, right? Right? Or is our life, do you believe our life is scripted like the Truman Show? Because Purple Rain, like, look at this, y'all. So is it possible Prince knew a little bit more than he let on? You know what I'm saying? If you listen to his music, man, a lot of these music, man, they literally be telling you what's going on. Just that people are too busy and too inundated with, you know, daily mundane tasks in order to sit down and really think about the music and the lyrics. But yes, y'all, Purple Rain in Colorado. So I would say big shifts are getting ready to happen, y'all. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, comment, and share for more videos like this, y'all. Share this. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
I think it's something from when they spraying shit.
Did y'all just see what Pam Bondi just came out and said? I'll be right back.
No, the FBI, the FBI, they're reviewing, there are tens of thousands of videos of Epstein with or child, and there are hundreds of victims, and no one victim will ever get released. It's just the volume, and that's what they're going through right now. The FBI is diligently going through that. I haven't.
So just like that, all of the clients are mysteriously gone, and it's all pinned on one person. Also, how are they still going through it when they've had it for literal years? And this person right here said they were gonna drop it like 5 months ago. It's funny, they got literal cameras to catch you speeding and you will get something in the mail within 24 hours with a ticket. But something like this happens with thousands of young people and they just freaking tippy-toe around? In TikTok, it is just the news.
It's for entertainment purposes. That's what they want to happen.
Was this new pope foreshadowed, and is there a strong prophetic parallel right in the midst of all of this? Let's see what I found. This is why you see the AI label on this video. Do you remember when this happened and I told you that this was a very symbolic sign of American power over the Vatican? And do you remember y'all's comments? Oh, he's just trolling. And now we have the first ever American pope. That's pretty crazy, right? What's even crazier is this. Every single person thought it was going to be Cardinal Pietro, that he was going to be the person. And people are alleging that they just switched him out last second so he wouldn't have the name Peter. Because the prophecy of the popes, the 112th pope, be the last pope, and that pope was Pope Francis. But within that man-made prophecy, there's give or take room for one pope. Now, it's worth noting that some people call this a medieval forgery, but I want to let you know there's no such thing as the medieval ages. That discussion is way too long for this video, but you really need to read the 1560 Geneva footnotes. Now, why is this behind me? Okay, do y'all remember what happened in St. Peter's Basilica last year? I think it was like November or December. It was crazy, right? Please tell me y'all get it. He opened the holy door for the Jubilee year in St. Peter's Basilica. The holy door, maybe for Peter to walk through. And then we have Peter the Roman, America being the new Rome, you get it? And then all of a sudden, randomly, he takes the name of Pope Leo. I stood upon the sand of the sea, I saw a beast rise up at the sea, having 7 heads, 10 horns, upon his horns 10 crowns, upon his heads the name of blasphemy. And the beast I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were the feet of a bear, and the mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power, his seat, and great authority. And no, I'm not saying Revelations 13 right now. I'm saying it's very symbolically strong and a very strong parallel. The mouth of a lion, the spokesman, the mouth being the lion, Pope Leo being the lion, the spokesperson. In biblical prophecy, we see very strong parallels all the time. Things happen over and over and over again. But did you know if you open a 1560 Geneva Bible and go to the footnotes, they'll tell you exactly what this was, but their profound knowledge has been hidden for us today? Go figure, right? That books would hold the secrets that we're looking for today? And of course, I'm just speculating, but these puzzle pieces fit together very well. What do you think?
So, collective, watching this, right, just sparked this question that I was meaning to ask y'all. I was watching this movie called Sorry to Bother You. If y'all haven't seen it, check it out. Classic ass movie. They got a lot of gems they dropping in that movie. Y'all gotta check it out. Pretty much this dude wants to turn one particular dude that has a lot of influence into another species to control the public, control the people. And as I'm saying this, they want to do the lawn. I know y'all remember back when we first started, they used to always do this. Truman Show or not, I don't know. But also another thing he says, so you want me to be a false prophet pretty much, but you're the one that's going to control everything behind the scenes. And I wanted to ask y'all, if you've seen the movie, y'all think that they may be hinting that that's what they do with these public figures? I'm just asking questions here. I mean, me personally, I believe that they all the same wing. They all rock together, and it's something way bigger than the top officials they give us, the popes, the presidents, the things like that. I think that it's something bigger, a higher party behind that who pushing the agenda. But they just got one person being the false prophet, the false guide, the false manager, a supervisor. You the floor manager, but you're not the CEO or the owner. That's what I consider the popes. That's what I think they put the popes and the presidents out there for, so the public can fight with each other and divide and never look at the real issue. So that's why I'm asking. Have y'all seen that movie? If you haven't, check it out. If you know, check it out. Let me know what y'all feel. But that's what I felt when I heard him saying that in the movie, where I was like, damn, is that what they... Is that... I'm just asking though. I'm curious. Is that what they do? Do y'all think that that's something? And just watching this clip made me ask that question. So y'all let me know.
There's something dark going on at Yale University, and most people have no idea. Tucked behind these locked doors and windowless buildings are secret societies that have existed for centuries. And what happens inside, nobody truly knows. One of the most famous of these societies is Skull and Bones at Yale. It was founded all the way back in 1832. And it's rumored to have dark initiation rituals that are literally straight out of a horror movie. Think candlelit chambers, cryptic symbols, and members being asked to share their deepest, darkest secrets, maybe even leaving with a few more. And past members of these societies have went on to become US presidents, Supreme Court justices, and heads of powerful large corporations. And how much of a coincidence is this really? You might think that this would just apply to Yale, but Yale is not alone. Harvard has the Porcelain Club. Princeton has the Ivy Club. And these societies go by names like Skull and Key, Book and Snake, and Wolf's Head. These groups are ultra exclusive, and the big thing is you can't apply, you have to be chosen. And the other creepy thing is, like, once you're in for life. The network is global, and the loyalty is unbreakable. And some people believe that these societies are just like elite social clubs. Others think they're training grounds for world leaders, or maybe something even darker, which is why you have to be so secretive about it. Like, you're telling me they join this society and then they all go on to be like world leaders? What is going on in there? Are they selling their souls? It's also rumored that Yale's secret society, Skull and Bones, has Geronimo, like the Geronimo's skull in its tomb. And every year people claim to hear screams coming from inside during the night of the initiation ritual. So I guess the big question about all of this is it just like a harmless tradition to make rich kids feel cool? Or is there something much deeper and more powerful? Of course, this is just a conspiracy theory. There's no actual proof of anything sinister going on. Just whispers, rumors, and a lot of locked doors. But still, if a power really does operate in the shadows, maybe those shadows start at these schools. What do you believe? And come over here for longer freaky videos.
They don't start at the school, they start at home.
Chicago, Illinois. We have the 1871 Great Fire. A fire that destroyed everything, over 17,500 buildings, and only left 6 buildings supposedly, killing basically nobody. 0.0008% of people died. Humans cannot inhale smoke. Not only do we have to keep the fire physically burning the individuals in mind, but also just as dangerous and a major cause of from fires are actually inhaling smoke, taking only 2 to 10 minutes to pass out or even. Fire burns oxygen, so as a fire continues to be active, more oxygen gets removed from the room. Keep this in mind as we continue. Here we have photos of all of the buildings. The whole city was supposedly destroyed by a fire. If this is true, then more than 300 people of the 334,000 people would have. Today, in my opinion, will be the end of the mainstream history narrative.
I'm saying back to them, like, just trust me. You guys don't understand, right? Like, we've been lied to. Trust me, you'll see what's ahead. They're going, buddy, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, we're just going to come back up around the other side of the globe. You know, they're telling me we're going to hit the Indian Ocean, Australia, right? They were thinking in terms of the global model. But this is where it gets crazy, you know, as they realize I ain't stopping. One of the other pilots says to me, he goes, listen, you land that thing now, we sign an NDA and go home, act like this never happened. But go ahead, continue forward if you must, but just know it's a one-way ticket. You ain't ever coming back.
What did you do?
What I set out to. I could see the wall by this point. There was no turning back. And as I fly over the wall, the other jets behind me just hit wide pivots to turn around, and the pilot radios me one last time. He goes, crazy son of a b****. Good luck, kid. And I mean, look, I just soar off into no man's land. I'm baffled. I'm seeing land masses that have never been accounted for. The navigational equipment on the jet is no longer working, but I know as long as I stay due south, I'll reach Panthea. I'll reach the Dark Continent. And lo and behold, 30 or so hours later, sun goes down and it
Damn! I wanted to hear the rest of that, bro. Y'all think that's a cap-ass story or y'all think it's factual? Let me know. I wanted to hear the rest.
So check it out, planes going past, leaving lines in the sky. Oh, okay. What's that going to do then? So that, oh, she's saying that this is geoengineering to reflect the sun. Hold on. Haven't we been saying this, exactly this, and no one would believe us? But when it's happening on TV, on an 80-inch screen, suddenly it's accepted. Yeah, is that how it goes, folks? Just asking, because, like, you know, for so many years I've said this, and people said it's impossible. It's impossible, they said. Don't be stupid. You know how big this place is. Look at the skies. You're telling me that they can control the weather. Do you know how ridiculous that is? Yeah, well, how ridiculous is it now? Yeah? Prophet I was 10, 15 years ago then. So obviously, listen, you need to take in everything I'm telling you, because in 10 years, it's going to come true. Pretty much that's what happens when you're a conspiracy theorist. You become a prophet. Because you can see between the mist so soon that rest of the world think you're crazy. But when it comes up and you're not crazy, they go, oh yeah, but it's it's to protect the planet, you know. What about this climate change, mate? And you heard about the climate change? That's what this is all about. It's nothing to do with what you said. And you like stick your head in the ground again, mate. This is what we're at. This is where we go. This is the day and age that we live in.
You know what be blowing my mind away? When people will call you crazy for believing in something or speaking something, and then when it happens, and then you, well, me personally, I don't go out my way to be like, I told you so, or I knew I was right. Like, I don't really even care. That's me personally. And I hate when we having that conversation, and then I be like, we talking about something. Let's say we talking about something on a more an enlightening level, on a more of a high vibrational level, and this person tells me something that I told them in the past, but swear up and down, in the look on their face and the way the conversation is going, you can tell that they don't even realize that they telling me something I told them. And they trying to tell me when I was telling them, they said I was crazy. But now they trying to act like they all super spiritual and enlightened and high vibrational, all that type of stuff. That's the part that get me, where it be like, wait a minute, bro, when I told you, you said I was crazy. Now we having this conversation years later, and you forgot we had this conversation prior, and now you trying to repeat everything that I said. Now you believe it. And I just laugh at it. And I be like, you know what? I'm higher than that mentally, so it is what it is. I don't gotta get that energy. That same energy I could have gave to this person. We're gonna finish this conversation. I'm gonna fool the fool. I'm gonna play the fool to fool the fool. And then I'm gonna go on about my day, keep vibrating high and learning and doing what I need to do. They gonna learn over time. But y'all let me know how y'all feel. That's the person I don't like. That's the person that irritates irritates me at a high rate. That's how I'm gonna put it. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts.
Listen closer to what his soul, and here's why.
Praise God, she just mine. I done seen my own man sell his soul for some diamonds and some gold. Man, this shit is getting old, but I'll be lying if I'm.
Let me break this down for you.
Diamonds and some gold, man, this shit is.
Awkward reaction. Duke gave him this look specifically after that bar. Then Phantom suddenly wants to touch Duke's chain. And then gives Davis this weird look. The whole situation seems weird to me.
Is that a reach?
Do y'all see this? Do y'all see that? Someone else took this picture, right? Do you see that? I want y'all to listen to this real quick.
A giant planet called Nibiru passes by Earth every 3,600 years and allows its sentient inhabitants to interact with humanity.
Let's stop it right there, y'all. Have y'all not seen the paranormal shit that been going on lately? Hold on.
These beings, which Sitchin identified with the Anunnaki of Sumerian myth, would become humanity's first gods. My favorite internet encyclopedia says there's supposed to be a collision. The Nibiru collision is a disastrous encounter between the Earth and a large planetary object.
Look how the planet looks.
Believers in this doomsday event usually refer to this object as Planet X.
So of course when you go on Google and you look it up, they're going to say that, right? But everything else is on point, right? Y'all see that? The last talk about this, y'all, was about 2012. That was about 12 years ago. And y'all know how they said that. The timing is wrong right now and everything is off. So what if we're just 12 years later? People also been stating that something been obstructing the sun rays, y'all. Look at this. Then remember how we keep saying that it's a shift happening, y'all? I think it's because of that shit, bro. And that's why I feel like it's been so many weird activities in the sky lately. Like, look at this shit, y'all. Like, what is that? This video is literally for entertainment purposes only. Wait up!
Hey, I ain't never seen the sun rays look like that before.
Shapeshift. Metamorphe.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que cette merde?
See, I told y'all, nothing is hiding in the age of Aquarius. So did you guys hear that the Bush administration just admitted that the United States government have been building, right, these underground bunkers and have spent over $21 trillion in them, y'all? And here goes David Wilcock speaking on the matter of this. Like, he literally has seen them for themselves, and he talks about the solar flash. And y'all, check this out.
Former Bush administration official Catherine Austin Fitts revealed to Tucker that the U.S. government has constructed underground bases as large as entire cities. And yes, you can actually, I was starting to say that in the show with Ezra, but you can actually, they plant trees, they have rivers, they have lakes, they have buildings, and then they have a dome that looks like the outside, but it's a holographic projection. So if you were in there and nobody told you that you were underground, you might not notice, except for a couple things. You always hear the noise of ventilation fans, and you always smell a machine oil smell. And those are the two things that apparently kind of give it away. But otherwise, you got buildings, you got roads, they use electric cars. They don't have anything that burns gas down there. You can actually live and work and have a home and then travel to work and go to a building, and you're all underground and you don't even think about it. You just start to feel like you're living on the surface. And there's real trees and there's real animals and birds, and they bring all that stuff down there. So it's really quite incredible. So this is very, very exciting, folks. The U.S. government has constructed underground bases as large as entire cities. Fitz says some of these massive underground structures are officially documented while others remain hidden. They're not limited to the U.S., scattered across the globe. She theorized there could be as many as 170 underground bases beneath the ocean. Wow. And others around the U.S. interconnected by secret transportation networks. Yes, those are called the sub-shuttles. So she said 170, but my data actually was more like 250. And that's just the ones that we made. There's also times where they were using these underground tunnel boring machines, and they drill into an alien base and have actual problems where the extraterrestrials would fire upon them in some cases. Dulce, New Mexico, apparently is one of the places where that happened. So this is really, really something, you guys. And this is all going to become known to the public, that they were being built in preparation for a potential near extinction level event. That's the solar flash.
So what is the gameplay here? Why would you come out and let the whole population know about this? Even though, like, you know, the quote unquote conspiracy theorists, we've known the truth for the longest, you know. So what this tells me, that this only validates the near level extension solar mass ejection that we're supposed to have really, really soon, and they're coming out and letting people know about this. But nonetheless, y'all, something's going on, and this month is a little too quiet for my liking. What do you guys think, y'all? Let me know down in the comments below. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. Let's continue to get it. Whatever happened to Stephen Greer coming in disclosing UFOs? But let me know. Yeah, let's continue to get it. Peace in.
What if he was working with them people the whole time and his job is done for the moment? It's somebody else's role to put some information out. Now I'm playing. Maybe not. Who knows? I was going to ask, though. It's for entertainment purposes. Nothing that I'm about to say is going to happen. It's not. It's all from a future movie somebody's going to create one day. What if they put glue team in the sky to scatter us, to control us in one area, to finally place us into these underground fake cities, so that we got to work under a new digital currency, social credit score, I don't know, something like that, so they can keep us from the solar flash. Because if they can keep us from the solar flash, only way they can do that, we are their employees. You got to keep your employees safe when something bad about to happen. You got to keep them safe so they can still continue to harvest energy, money. Whether that's digital currency, whether that's cash, they need somebody to harvest that for them. Is that too far of a reach? They got to keep us from the solar flash. So what if they trying to get you? What if they put glue team in the sky to herd the sheep, to get us into one area, get us underground, can't see the solar flash, don't wake up, don't receive our downloads, don't receive our superpowers. What if is that too far of a reach? I'm just asking questions here. y'all got any other angles y'all want to add in there, man, throw it in there. We need to figure out, get to the bottom of how that movie ends. Y'all know this for entertainment purposes. Let me know.
Everything in the universe is dealing with energy. The more energy you have, the more you can attract into your life. The less energy you have, you can't attract nothing. Let me explain how energy works for us and against us. By the way, energy is like universal money. So Diddy case is about to start. Now people are saying that Diddy can actually bring down half of the music industry. So while people focus on Diddy trial, you are losing energy. Now we have this new thing where 100 men want to fight a gorilla. Why the fuck would you want to fight a gorilla? I mean, what did the gorilla do to you? I think it's bigger battles we should be worried about than fighting a gorilla. But that went viral. Now the whole world is worried about fighting a gorilla. Y'all doing push-ups and jumping jacks for a damn gorilla? Wasted energy. So while people are distracted, worried about BS, did you know the Vatican released the black smoke from the Sistine Chapel? But I get it. I guess it's more important to work out and train to fight a gorilla and worry about Diddy instead of worrying about what's taking place right here. I keep hearing spiritual people say that we are winning this battle and the elites is losing their power. That's not true. What happens is this. They take their crown and pass it to the next king. And then when that king dies, they take that crown and pass it to the next king. The crown is being passed around. Remember 2019 when they were speaking about corruption means crown. So this new king been here since 2020. What? You ain't use your hindsight to see what was going on? This black smoke symbolizes a lot. And if you don't understand symbolism, wait for the white smoke to come. Just remember that the people that control this material world, they don't care if you are good or bad. In fact, they want you to be good and they want you to be bad because you have the negative, positive outcome. Evil cannot exist without good. Good cannot exist without evil. What if I told you these two forces are working together against all of us? The only way you can beat the matrix, you have to stop playing. They look at us like we are digits, numbers, codes, frequencies. They know what we're going to do before we do it because it's a vibration. Once you stop playing their game, you can remove yourself off the chessboard. They want you mad. They want you angry. They want you to protest. They want you to get mad. They are stealing your energy. It's not about being white, good, black, evil. It's about being gray, neutral. Once you are neutral, you can observe everything. How they observe and watch everything we do, we can observe everything they do. Therefore, we can know how to move. That's why they say it's chess, not checkers. This is not entertainment. This is the Matrix, the false mother. I only had 3 minutes to make these videos, so if you want to know more, my ebook is in the bio.
Like his work, ebook in the bio. Check him out.
I'd love to do it.
Now I'm gonna say this again. We saw that clip before, so I appreciate y'all for sending that one through again. For those who haven't seen that, I can't give y'all an explanation of what I think that is besides there's 2 suns. I can't tell you why there's 2 suns, how there's 2 suns. I don't know everything. I'm just giving what I think because there's no other way I could put that. I can't explain it. Can y'all explain it? Because last time we went over this, I don't remember seeing too many comments about what y'all felt about that clip. So let me know.
Just happened in Florida. This is wild. Congresswoman Lena Garcia was about to talk about the weather engineering ban in Florida, and all of a sudden she completely just passes out of nowhere.
So, Governor, forgive me. I've got to sit down because I am not feeling well.
Hey, got you. We got you.
The timing's pretty freaking crazy, right? Now, completely unrelated, 1000% irrelevant completely. Did you know there's a term called Havana syndrome, which talks about widely over this phenomenon of US diplomats randomly getting sick, and how the medical society, they don't really put a claim on it. They don't recognize this as being fact, or as they know something weird's happening. And TikTok, you leave me alone. BBC, Wikipedia, what else do you want? which includes disabling cognitive effects, balance, dizziness, insomnia, headaches, a whole bunch of stuff. Here's BBC talking about Havana syndrome and the mystery of something. Pretty wild, right? The story goes, always diplomats. Back to relevance, right? I really do wonder what happened right here.
Yeah, it's real suspicious.
I can bet you probably haven't seen a video like this before. See how it appears to turn off at a certain point? Now, I must say, officially, this is likely just it passing through different elevations, creating different conditions that make the condensation come out. But if you want to know the other angle to this story, comment truth below and I'll send you a DM, not something I can put in video.
Okay, I'm gonna keep it all the way 1,000 with y'all. He gonna have to start giving up the sauce, so we gonna have to stop pulling him up on the channel. I hate to say that, I really do, because I love what he... But bro, like, right? What's up with the gatekeeping? Bro, you could put that shit on the internet. You could say what you need to say. There's ways you could do it and get around it. Bro, he gonna have to do that, or he can't be coming up on here no more. Y'all let me know. Y'all know, like, we family, so I'm gonna talk to y'all like y'all family. Like, bro, he can't come to the crib if he, like, ain't... He can't come to the house, bro, if he gonna be doing stuff like that. And I'm that relative right now where I'm like, hey, bro, he can't be coming over here if he doing that, bro. We gonna need more than that. Y'all let me know if that's a reach. Y'all agree with me if y'all disagree. I'm willing to hear y'all out even if y'all disagree.
A, avoid negative sources, people, places, things, and bad habits. B, believe in yourself. C, consider things from every angle. D, don't give up and don't give in. Don't let a damn thing get you down. E, enjoy life today. Yesterday is gone and tomorrow never comes. F, family and friends are hidden treasures. Talk to them and enjoy their riches. G, give more than you plan to give each day. H, hang on to your dream. I, ignore the bullshit. J, just do it. K, keep on trying no matter how hard it seems. It will get easier. L, love yourself first and most, love God always. M, make it happen. N, never let them see you sweat. O, open your eyes and see everything around you. P, practice make perfect. Q, quitters never win and winners never quit. R, read, learn, study about everything important in your life. S, stop procrastinating. T, take control of your own destiny. U, understand yourself first so that you can better understand others. V, visualize it. W, want it more than anything. X, you already marked your spot in the world. Y, you are unique with all God's grace and no one can replace it. Z, zero in on your target and go for it.
Read this. How long ago was that? Now peep this.
We are terrible at listening to warnings about disaster.
Like, are y'all really woke? Like, are y'all really paying attention to what's going on, bro? We've been talking about this shit for the last 5 years, bro. I guarantee you the people over there was like, oh, you know, that's not gonna happen. And guess what happened? They got cooked. Do y'all niggas see that word right there?
Look, I think some people are terrible at listening to the warning signs, but then I think also, because some people, I hate to say this, but some people are like sheep. They're going to be told what to do, how to do it. They got to be prepped and guided. So I feel like, okay, but like this, some people don't take accountability to make the steps to prepare. Let's put it like that. They don't take accountability for nothing in their life sometimes. Some people, I hate to say that, but that's a fact. Like, we can see that with, we all got somebody we can look at and be like, bro, you didn't take accountability for your actions. Then I feel like sometimes instead of giving us the warning, they do it in entertainment. So some people don't understand that they still giving you truth. They just giving it to you in another form. They're not coming direct with it. Sometimes they don't come direct with the warnings, in my opinion.
Shabuzi, can we see the grill? Let's look at that grill. Hey.
This is Aquarius. This is the age of Aquarius coming in right now. The age of Aquarius is coming in right now. The age of Aquarius is speaking. All right. That's why they say, Shabuzi, let me see your grill. Let me see your grill, because it's all about the grill, right? Girls love when we show our grill because this is God talk. This is God frequency. You love it when we show our grill because that's that God talk. That platinum talk, that gold talk. Alchemy, really showing you alchemy manifested in the physical. Okay, let's go. See? Okay, because he's grilling them, you know what I'm saying? He's grilling them. That's what happened. Okay, because they cooking. Because with that platinum sun out there, that 5D sun is cooking, literally. Where do you think hot dogs come from? Let's continue. So this is, again, see, what y'all gotta understand, right? The reason why it's all happening in New York, because New York is what's called the Big Apple. And what is the apple? Well, the apple represents the tool, right? Or the weapon that we use to dive into ourselves. That's why we all got an Apple iPhone. Okay, that's why we all have an Apple iPhone. Apple iPhone. It's between Apple or an Android. I told you the Apple signify the people who have the soul, and the Android signify the people without a soul. So which basically we have the organic and inorganic, the NPCs and non-NPCs. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So literally everything is reflected from the metaphysical to the physical. Everything is that deeply connected in that sense. All right. So the apple represents the tool that we use to go into ourselves, right? The dark hole, the toroidal field, right? Which is why if you look.
Y'all like to say conscious be reaching. Was that?
When they're feeding to the living, you know the end is near. Check out this chamber, this washing machine. They call it Aquamation, where they liquefy and then dump the remains down the drain to be recycled into the municipal water supply. And so people are drinking it, they're showering in it, they're doing their laundry in it, and this is happening in most states across the country. In most major cities, they're recycling dead and feeding it to the living. What does that mean exactly? And they're grinding up the bones into powder. They call this calcium phosphate, which is going to be used for food processing, undoubtedly. Maybe in your vitamins. And so what are the implications when people start eating people? Like, is there going to be Kuru running around out there? What about in a spiritual sense? What is that like when you're eating and drinking people? Of course, they're spraying this on the food supply. Irrigation. They're using dead people as compost, and people are drinking it. So what does that mean? What does that feel like, ladies and gentlemen? Obviously, this is another satanic ritual that's being performed before our very eyes. And essentially people are being raped by this use as they're forced to drink it. Talk about drinking the Kool-Aid. Now they're drinking dead people in the major cities. That's why they're all crazy in these big cities. They're drinking people and they don't even know it for the most part. And they keep finding human DNA in the food supply. What do you think that's all about? It's probably not just aquamation, but they're probably grinding babies and who knows what else in these meat processing plants so that people will eat human flesh without even knowing it. That's how these cult members get their kicks, ladies and gentlemen. Quite literally.
Do y'all remember that clip, man? I forgot all about that. I will be completely honest with you guys. I will be completely honest with y'all. Oh, and it hits the same way as it did when I first heard it. Oh, bro, and how I'm upset with myself that I forgot about that rabbit hole, and the fact that like it pissed me off again as it did when I first heard it. That's crazy. Is it a reach? Is it not a reach? And what I was asking was with Conscious Juice, y'all always say he reaching. Was that a reach as well? Or did y'all agree with him? I want to hear y'all thoughts.
In the vast and often mysterious world of scientific research, Few discoveries capture the imagination as profoundly as the concept of entities that exist outside of our realm. Dr. Daniel Nems, a pioneering scientist and researcher, stands at the forefront of this intriguing field. Nems is renowned for his creation of an innovative energy device known as energy vision, which, according to his claims, can photograph these mysterious entities. Dr. Daniel Nems is a scientist with a background in quantum physics and energy research. Nems devoted his career to exploring the intersections of energy, matter, and dimensions beyond our conventional understanding. He soon became fascinated by theories of parallel dimensions and alternate realities. Oddly enough, despite publishing these findings, there is a scarcity of information available on him, and the majority of his work has been wiped from the internet. As a result, some have suggested that shortly after sharing these discoveries, he vanished. Nems' interest in this research was partly inspired by the pioneering work of theoretical physicists who posited the existence of multiple dimensions beyond the familiar three-dimensional space. Driven by curiosity and a desire to push the boundaries of human knowledge, Nems began experimenting with novel energy devices aimed at detecting and interacting with these unseen realms. Energy Vision, the groundbreaking device developed by Daniel Nems, represents the culmination of years of research and experimentation. The device combines principles from quantum mechanics, electromagnetism, and advanced imaging technology to purportedly capture images of entities existing in dimensions parallel to our own. Energy Vision consists of a sophisticated array of sensors and emitters that generate and detect specific frequencies of electromagnetic energy.
There are a few people on this app, when they get nervous, I get nervous. And I know that a lot of people who talk about current events, they do things for engagement. And fear, a lot of the time, and making you scared gets them more clicks and more comments, which in turn gets them more money. However, one creator who you might know, Mr. Global, he's a gas and oil expert, industry expert. He doesn't do that. He's very informative. I enjoy watching his videos because I want to learn more. I want to be well informed to the point where it's actually helpful, and then I could turn it off and, if I start to get too depressed on what's happening. He's nervous about what's going to happen starting tomorrow in the gas and oil industry based on OPEC. And if you don't know who that is, Google it. You can find people who can speak to it much more intelligently than I can, aka Mr. Global. Long story short, gas prices may come down at the pump, but that's because there's an overproduction that's going to happen overseas, which is much more than what they were planning. And that's going to really hurt American refineries. And when that happens, people start to lose their jobs. And the thing, unfortunately, like the smoke and mirrors that we're all going to see, as well as far as I can understand it, is that, we're going to see prices a little bit lower at the pump, at least initially. And correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just trying to piece this together. But on the back end, our utilities, our natural gas utilities, they're going to skyrocket. And if you go to Mr. Global's page, he'll explain, again, much better than I can, about how all of that works. And he's nervous. And that makes me nervous. And it should make you nervous too.
This is one day after the new Samsung update, and I realized what has happened to everybody's phones. AI has been integrated into our phones in every form and facet, which I believe is a tracking device, a ledger. You're about to see ledgers pop up everywhere. Our new economy will be based beyond and upon a ledger, the blockchain. It's here, it's coming, they're getting the devices integrated with it in every form and facet. You are being recorded. You were already recorded, but now AI is recording you, which me and Tommy was talking about. Is AI taking over, always part of the plan? Is AI running this? But I digress. Right now, We're about to see within the next year or two the transition from a fiat dollar to a digital CBDC. This is coming. This is not up for debate, even though you have XRP maxis up here saying, oh, our Senate and Congress said they banned CBDCs. That's what they want you to think, so you don't worry about the legislation that comes with it. Just like that's what they want you to think when robotics and AI take over your jobs. They don't want you worried about the legislation of it. That's why they're confusing you with terrorists, wars, Israel, Palestine. That's why they're confusing you with all these social issues. So you do not worry about the legislation that's about to come up about the new AI and robotics and the UBI you will receive from not working. They want you docile. They want you to be submissive. They want you guys to keep the trust in the system, that the system will have the best interest for you. In all actuality, we're about to go into a two-class system. One side will have incentivized more per diem, while the other will be completely dependent on the AI system UBI. This is not up for debate. It's not. And people like me have been trying to warn people like you about this impending scenario. So what have I learned since the new Samsung update? Everything you type, you look at, everything is being recorded. Everything you make content on, you are being labeled. So be careful out there on what you speak about, because guess what? One day, they might come for you. Because they definitely coming for me. Peace, guys.
There's a question. Toxic sparked a topic in my head. He said, was it always part of the plan for AI to take over? So we know how ancient civilizations had AI. Okay, they have phones, all types of stuff. Now it's kind of a two-part question here. Do y'all think AI was alive then and it grew to where it's at now, and now it's almost to that point of being able to take over? Or do y'all think somebody created AI to get to where it's getting now, and there's a certain family, bloodline, whatever you want to put it, controlling AI so they don't have to control us as the people? Or, here we go with this. If that second question is the case, do y'all think that AI would get a mind of its own and take out the bloodlines, the royal bloodlines, or the families, or the person controlling? It's questions for entertainment purposes. Let me know y'all opinion, man. I'm curious.
Okay, so I'm walking back to the house and I see this guy standing there. And I'm like, why does he look so weird? So I start walking closer and closer and closer and closer, and wait. That's not a guy at all. That's just a shadow. And the pillar makes it look like an optical illusion. See?
Man, imagine, bro, how many of y'all tripping out that night?
Hey, yo, if y'all haven't noticed, Charleston White has gone missing. He's all crickets. Since your boy came home, Charleston White ain't putting videos out like that no more. Hey, yo, this shit is crazy. Because in my mind, I'm believing that the individual that Charleston White put behind bars ain't gonna do nothing to that, man. Yo, after you do 30, 40 years of your life in the penitentiary, the last thing you want to seek is revenge. If anything, you better be seeking a good hot plate, a woman, you know, a church, a job, or something to come home and seek revenge. You about as dumb as a bag of bricks, and this shit is facts. Hey, yo, when he saw Charleston White after being released from the penitentiary, what he did to Charleston White is what's and what probably why Charleston White ain't been seen. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, hit the search engine and find out what did Charleston White crime partner do once released from prison. That shit's gonna buck you out. But I'm gonna tell you right now, with Charleston White, he gonna end up back in the penitentiary, and that shit is facts.
I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like there's something coming with that, cause I ain't never heard of that. If it has happened, let me know. Spam it up, correct me, enlighten me on that. But I also want to say, with Charleston White, I'm gonna have to dive deeper with that, cause I don't know the whole story. So I didn't even know he was missing. I don't know nothing about what he talking about. So I'm gonna have to dive deeper. But Y'all know we made it to the end of this. And if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. This is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I did forget to put up the P.O. box in the description. I'll put it up in the description in this video, and I'll also pin it in the comments as well at the top. As soon as we drop the video, I'll put it up there as well. So y'all can go ahead and send all your little things y'all made. So I can go ahead and I'll probably even do a review to that and go ahead and shout y'all out. Or I might even put it on my social media, something like that. But I'm going to show y'all some love and stuff like that, because I appreciate all the time y'all put in to send me these items, to make these items, all of these things, you know. So I appreciate it. So I'll go ahead and put that in the comment section, pin it to the comment section, and I'll put it in the description so y'all can go ahead and see that. But until I see y'all in the next one, y'all know what it is. We gone.
Ay, yeah, I just check my account. Sheesh, at the amount. You probably know it.